And I'm live. Okay. Right. Happy President's Day. I said I was going to do this. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to look through several. I have 23, I think. Yeah. 23 rolls of quarters remaining. Oh, I'd like to get through them all. And talk about some stuff I've been thinking about. Look at this. Hey, here's my finger. It's my scale. This is a roll of floating roofs. I don't know. I see so many of them, so I save them. I got a fortune down there from a fortune cookie. Here's some $50 I was just going through. I have too many coins. Way too many coins. And I'm ready to let some go. That's for sure. I just sent out a coin. Oh boy. I just sent out a coin. And a bill, a dollar bill, a piece of currency, as it were. Where the hell is my knife? But that was cool. I sold a binary note. I believe it was 8s and 5s, only in the serial number for I think it was $14 and a strike through Lincoln for $4.35 or something. And I'm not sure what I did with my knife. Give me just 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Lost without my knife. So, really, I just wanted you guys to be able to see kind of what I do. Right here is my microscope. Boy, Eric, your fingers. Here's my double die, 1974. I believe this is a DDO 01. But you can see that R. Nice and doubled. The S is, the T is. It's a little worn. I'm not sure what this is. I have all kinds of various no FGs, like you can see on this one. Kind of cool. Whatever. But that's not what we're here for. Although he was a president too. Old Kennedy. We're here. See those? Now you can see them. You can see what I'm doing. And we're just going to fly through some coins because I really... Oh my god, yeah. This is cool. I forgot. Earlier today, I did find a really nice... So this one... This has the double die obverse, and I really have to move it for you to see it. I don't remember what exactly it is, but if you look in this little upside down V right here and I move it, you'll see two little horizontal, well, I guess you see one horizontal dark line. They're not supposed to be there, but This one I found today was really nice, and you don't really have to use your imagination to see them. So now you can see two things of hair running right there inside of that V. They're not supposed to be there. That's pretty cool. And now I can put it away. I held that out to show you. I do look through some coins not live, which is good because I've been looking through a lot of them, and I think I need to take a break, honestly, or go through less. I have to be able to keep up with what I've done, so I need to maybe take a day or a week off of getting new ones, get through what I have. I need to post things to eBay, except I do have a box of quarters, a box of $50 coming this coming week. So this Friday I should have them, maybe Thursday. And then I'll have those to go through, and then I won't order any more for next week. Maybe I'll just do cents, maybe get like 4 boxes of those, because I'm just trying to get some 2023s, and I'm trying to get some 2024s, but chances of getting 2024s I think are pretty low because I don't have any 2023s yet. I was gonna maybe open a new bank account somewhere else, like a third bank account, maybe with like a bigger branch of like Chase or something like that, even though I've always gone to credit unions and stuff like that. My other two are credit unions, but I don't think they do the volume of, you know, coins to their customers. So it's got to be it, because there's 2023 pennies out there, but I'm not getting any of them, and that sucks, because they're a freaking gold mine. I want oh, look at that guy. That's a nice 1965 quarter. I'm gonna keep it, even though I'll tell you, once you look at nice uncirculated change, you're gonna say, what am I keeping this crap for? Okay, we're outside the 5-minute window where I can say SHIT, but I'm not going to. So yeah, once you see some nice uncirculated coins, everything changes. This is a 76D, and you look for the double die obverse. I think there's a double die reverse on this one too, and it's in the United States of America, I believe, and maybe on $quarter. I mean, there's one with like part of his hand is doubled. I'm not good at seeing these, but this has a ring of death on it, and I wouldn't keep it anyways, I don't think. I believe this on the front Liberty is doubled somehow, but it'd be hard to see with that being all damaged from the death ring. Alright, moving on. So, I'm going to, long story long, I'm going to probably go through. So, hold on, let me get rid of these guys. I keep this on my mouse pad. It's actually a felted, kind of at this point soft piece of wool. And, yeah, just keeps my mouse pad. I have a big gaming mouse pad, keeps it kind of. So I have these. Can you see these okay? Probably. But these are my my quarters. I keep all my quarters in here. And I have a whole bunch of them. I mean, a whole bunch of them. And they're just not worth keeping at this point, because they don't look. I'm gonna keep eras, and maybe the nicest of, you know, a couple of each coin, and that's it. Throw them in a book, and that's it. Fill books. I guess that's the fun part. That's what I'm going to do from now on. There's no sense in having that many of one coin. Like I have a lot of Edith Kanaka Oles. For example, let's do this. This is educational, right? Okay. What? I ordered from the mint a whole bunch of Edith Kanaka Ole. So I think I have $50 worth. So 5 tubes. This is what you see in the wild, the one that's on the screen now. And this one's from the mint. Now, just because they're from the mint doesn't mean they're perfect. They'll still have contact marks and still have issues. It's not a perfect coin. But overall, the luster is so much better. Let's just grab a few of them out, huh? Oh boy. This is directly from the mint. Never circulated. Why does it have crap on it then, Eric? That's weird. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. No, but these are from the mint. This is what it looks like. And just that difference in luster. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to keep that many coins anymore. Why would I? Now, if there's an error on it and I can sell it on eBay, like seriously, I'll sell like, I gotta change my shipping probably to no longer free so I can actually make a couple bucks instead of like making $1 for a nice coin. I just sold a really nice coin for like $435, I think. There were a few bids on it, which is cool. But I have so many nice coins to put on eBay, and I'm actually thinking about doing lots of coins. So now that I have a camera that works, I can show you. Oh yeah, don't tell anybody either, but I'm kind of an idiot. And I don't think it was my camera, I think it was my USB port. So down here in my monitor, see, you can see this USB is plugged in. There's another one next to it, and I don't think that that one was very, I don't know. There must be a loose connection. Something's up, because this new camera wouldn't work in there either. I routed it to one of the primary ones on the top of my computer, and that worked. What was I going to show you? Hold on. Oh, now that I have a... Okay, yeah. So I have bags upon bags of really nice pennies. Like these are 2017s, so these are Phillies and Denvers, but they're just amazing. All right, got that. In the 2018s. I don't know if you can see how many that is. It's a lot of, and those are the best of the best that I found. So I have, obviously, as you go back in the years, I have less and less. Because, you know, they're harder to find, obviously. They don't stay so nice for so long. But those, I was thinking about maybe putting together some rolled, like, shield scents, like, randomly. Just take X amount of each one, maybe proportionally to the ones I have and how many I have, and then roll those up and sell them. I don't know, people want... I think they're mostly searched is the thing. So if you're looking for errors, maybe that's not, you know, not something you'd want to get. But if you're looking to go through some, like, you know, and look, sort some coins and find the best ones and put a book together with a kid, I think that would be pretty reasonable. Like it would be worth your while. You know, and I'll do them by year. I will make sure there's X amount I don't know. It gets really tough when you start trying to make sure and guaranteeing that each one has, you know, a spot in a book filled, and what fun is that anyways? Then you don't have to fill it in, I guess. I don't know. Gotta think about it. And maybe I'm gonna look into what that would entail, what it would sell for. Is it worth your while at that point? I do have a lot of coins to go through. And I do plan, so I have them by year, and the reason for that is every year has specific varieties attributed to it. So someday when I have time, I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to look through them for those varieties and any kind of, I'm sure there's no new errors out there, but you know, there are individual errors per coin. Every coin can be an individual, you know, from something that happened at the mint. You know, I'm just kind of going through these quarters pretty fast. We're looking through for West points. We're looking for, I'm not looking for little die chips and little dumb errors. And see that right there? That's a bag mark, a contact mark from another, the reeded edge of another coin pressing into this one. Reeded edge. This one does have some errors that aren't worth talking about. There's the Ghost Comet. There's some double die reverses on there. I've never seen one. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to see one, but at this point I honestly want to find the best errors that are the most worth my time to list. And I mean, because at this point teeny tiny little errors are not, I'm not trying to be like an elitist at all, because I'm not, but let me just show you, for example, out of these two boxes I've saved, this is not even close to the number of quarters I've saved. This is, I took some from the other box and put them in here because the other one was overflowing from the previous boxes. But I've not saved a lot from this box. Let me just take a look at this. And so, for small little errors and stuff like that, little die chips, some things like I have some the extra leaf cactus, spitting horse, no FG, $50. That box is pretty full of stuff, of minor errors. And then add to that this guy right here. Those are all error coins. Some of them are pretty good ones too, like really nice, you know, $10, $15 coins. So what I need right now is just getting them on eBay. So that means I need to stop searching. I have a lot of money tied up though in coins that are in front of me. So I think step one is to go through the quarters, get the quarters out of here, and then buy the quarters coming in next week and the $50. That's $1,000. It's kind of like took a piece of my tax return and set it aside just to have a rotating amount, like bank of money of supporting incoming coins. And I thought that was a pretty good idea to save some money. And so far so good. But it should be, I have so many pennies that need to go back to the machine too. I mean, I got some pennies, y'all. I have a penny problem. Alright, there's another roll gone. Essentially, see if I can, I buy these bags. These bags are for quarters. Well, or for anything I take back to the bank. I think this is roll 3. What's everybody doing tonight? Is there even anybody watching? I might actually put on... I can't put those on because they're member only. That wouldn't be right. See, like, that's not a bad looking quarter. But, and once upon a time I would have saved it. I think we're at Crazy Eric's and everything must go. That's what I really think. Alright, is this going to be a West Point? Of course it's not. I don't know, man. They're hard to find now. I think people went a little crazy and got them all. Can't blame them. I'm a big fan. Wonder if there's a way that we could track them. That could be like some kind of error with the I don't know. I'll save it, but I don't think it's probably nothing. It's probably environmental damage, if I had to guess. Ugh, ugly. What did I find out of this roll so far? There was a proof. I think it was 81 proof. That was cool. I mean, something. It was something to find at least. I do have a bunch of pennies. I have so much stuff to list on eBay. I need to just do it. I think, okay, so maybe I get through this. I mean, should I do a video on how to post to eBay? Like, you just post stuff to eBay? I don't know if that's an error or not. I don't think it is. There's a lot of different ones of those. I don't think that's one of them. And the obverse is pretty ugly, so I'm probably... This is a hard one to find. It's not... Okay, it's not hard to find. It's one you don't see in pocket change or in rolls very often. Look at this split on my knuckle. That's what happens when it gets cold and hot, or warm anyways. Hasn't been hot in a while here. Which is nice. I don't like the hot. You know? Alright, almost to the end of this roll. Really not impressed. This actually was not a very good box of quarters. I doubt the whole thing has been searched. But it's definitely not. It hasn't been very productive. 0 West Points in either box. 0. Another North Carolina. No double die obverse on that. Any of these 2011s, you know, they're tough to find. That's good condition for a 68, but it's not saying much, I guess. Huh. Was the die polished on that one, or see the streaks? It's the jumping horse. Just made that up. Yeah. Goodbye, jumping horse. Alright. Another roll. So I just use this little knife and I just go bloop, and then I turn it and I go bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Should I open 2 at a time? These are the remaining rolls that you can kind of see up here. This was the coolest find. I've shown that a couple times on stream. Little car wash token. So what I have left, probably gonna make my freaking desk collapse. Okay, this is the last of the quarters. It's kind of a lot. Ends right there. That's all of them. It's not light. Wait, wait, wait. Listen. You hear that? Finally, I found something. Hopefully there's more. Booyah! I saw 45. That's cool. I mean, it's well circulated, but it's a silver quarter. Well, that's nice. Let's see, that's at like 27 minutes. Put that with the silver quarters. I should write that down. You know what? I'm going to text it to myself. In the process of trying to buy some West Point quarters from a dude off the interwebs, and it's been a really weird, like, you know, it's just not working out. And I'm trying to figure out, should I continue with this? Probably not going to. I mean, we were trying all day, and I'm of the belief that if things are meant to be, they're generally a little bit easier and wouldn't take you an entire day just to and really there's probably better deals out there than what this dude was trying to give me, now that I'm thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna hang on to the money. It wasn't a bad deal, but without having the quarters in hand and looking at the quality, the condition, probably would have been dumb. I think it was $8.40 per quarter by 32 quarters. So it was a chunk of change. And I don't really want to part with. I don't mind taking money and putting into something that I'm fairly confident is going to be worth more, or that I can get more for through eBay. But you know, sometimes you got to sit on that stuff. I mean, I do have a local coin shop. Worst case scenario, I could take some stuff to and get money for it. But you know, you're not going to get as much. So you got to be smart. Like, you know, when the Morgan and Peace Dollar reverse proof came out, I didn't buy it from the freaking mint. I thought I should have. Ended up getting it from somebody else afterwards and paid a little bit more for it. But at the end of the day, that thing's going to be very valuable down the road. Not very valuable, like nothing crazy, but it's gonna be worth more than it is now. So at least there's an investment, and I'm gonna, and at the least I'm hanging on to that, and if I sell it for the same thing I got it for, still saved money, you know. Personally, I just find it better to save it on your person than in a far away freaking computer with ones and zeros, you know. It's the classic show me the money. That's roughly another roll. Oh my god. Had some quesadillas for dinner. It's kind of nice. I like the number 27. So it's always nice in that when at 27 minutes something good happens. These quarters, though, are otherwise absolute shite. I've not seen really any errors. I've found more. Okay, so at this point, I have found more. I have found more silver quarters than I have West Point quarters in the last 4 boxes, where I'm at 2 silvers and 0 West Points. I would rather have the West Points, although I do like silver. Not gonna lie. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream tonight. We're at like 33 minutes, 33 seconds. Is that right? No. 33 minutes, 12 seconds. I hear the boy talking next door. I think he's got a better voice for this than I do. But that's okay. These are some ugly quarters. I'm not seeing. Have we seen many? Yeah, a couple American Beautifuls in there. These are mostly just Washingtons. I mean, I am looking in here. I'm looking for clash die errors. Not seeing much though. We're flying. We're flying. I'm gonna have to start freaking sweetening the deck here and throwing an error in there once in a while, just to keep it interesting. Like, oh wow, that was in a roll of quarters. Ha ha. You know what I mean? Not much doing. I'll be glad when I'm through these though. This could be a West Point, obviously. Could also have a big die chip in the bell tower there. Is that a belfry? I don't know. This could have been another West Point. Just looking for, like, you know, clash die, cracks, cuds, chips, double dies obviously on everything. Like there's a double die on this one. It's worth looking for. Like I'm gonna save that one in my possible box crate container. just, you know, there's certain ones you want to look a little closer because there's some very, very, very hard to see little, here's a perfect example of little double dies. And sometimes they're just worth another look. Because, you know, got nothing but time. Ain't like I work or anything a lot. And that's the thing, man. I gotta tell you, I'm either working or I'm doing stuff with coins, and I have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm just every week I'm gonna get some pennies. That way there's not a ton of money tied up in it. Cash out the rest. Hang on to it. When I'm ready to go back into it, I go back into it. Sell some stuff. Get the eBay store going a little better. Keene Eye Collectables on eBay. You know, and I gotta be honest, I have a lot of strike throughs. I don't have my best coins up there, and there's a reason for that. I don't want to put my best stuff up there, and because I have such low traffic, get like no, you know, I want people to get good deals. That's great, and feel good winning auctions and stuff, but I can't just give stuff away. So what I may do with this next round of stuff I add, I'm going to do a lot more buy it nows and just let that stuff ride, because right now it's just sitting on my desk or in a bin somewhere, and it's not doing anything for me. I will say too, I found that in this game, this hobby, there's a lot of fads. Something will be hot for a month, 2 months, and then boom, goes way down in price. So it doesn't always pay to hold on to something for longer. I think in the long run, most things, and maybe errors are different in that, but most things will, you know, appreciate in value, but maybe, you know, Blue Ridge Silverhound talks about a 2019 double die obverse, and you're like, I got like 6 of those. And, you know, people will go onto eBay after watching his Pocket Change market report and search for these things. And boom, there's your beautiful double die obverse. And, you know what? I sold one for 15 bucks. I sold one for 10 bucks. And that's a pretty good, that's a win. You're selling a penny for that much. Free shipping. I do like a 2 ounce package, even though I could probably get away with 1 ounce. Cost me 88 cents to ship with tracking. It's pretty nice as long as it's under 20 bucks. So that affects a lot of my buy it nows. I'll try to keep it under 20 bucks because you know, unless it's something significant. I don't know. I have a couple of coins I want to submit to Koneka that I joined and see what they think about them in the forums and the administrators, because they are in the business of attributing errors, you know, to coins, establishing varieties, I believe. So that's kind of a fun little thing. I wanted to be a part of that. My daughter is also a member. I got her a membership. She does not know yet. It's a secret. I feel like I was talking like, was it not a Rubicon? What's that guy with the radios? Is that? I think that's his name. He's pretty funny. Pretty sassy, sarcastic, sort of funny dude. keep forgetting I have my camera up there. Should I keep that up, or should I go? I could go full screen scope. Well, he has a little dye chip starting in his hat, but a lot of big contact marks. Get out of here. Always a Philly. Let's get some West Point quarters, y'all. Here we go. Right as I said it. Damn. Let's get some West Point quarters, you know. Do. Okay. Just going through this box. Minding my own business. Pay no mind. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a dime in that quarter. Oh my god, it's a West Point dime. I'm gonna make a short on that. It's amazing. Imagine finding a dime and a thing and a cellophane and a quarter roll. Is that what you guys want to see? Absurdity? Because I can do that. Let me tell you what. I got street cred in absurdity. You have no idea. So it is 8:18. I actually have to go to work tomorrow. Thinking about going and running over my head with my own car. Hope my boss isn't listening. It's not your fault, Mark. It's not your fault. It's mostly the drive. 2 hours of every day. Not easy. A lot of really, really big dum-dums on the road who don't understand not to sit in the left lane and do the speed limit. Hardly overtaking anybody. Come on. It's a lot. The job itself is pretty okay. A lot of sitting at a desk, which is honestly not very easy. I gotta move my body more, but not so much more that I need to be not at the desk every day. That's the hard part. It's a hard job outside. Another Philadelphia loser-ass coin. This guy has the dye chip on his head, you can see. Sorry if you can hear me drink. Okay, yeah, he has a dye chip on his head. Pretty common. Pretty ugly coin. New York is not free. Get out of here with that garbage. Wonder what the weather's like. You know? I haven't looked at it in days. That's what I don't like about working inside. This has a dye chip on the top on the roof. A cupola? What is that? But again, an ugly coin. And I'm not really saving any minor freaking little scratches and chips and... Who has time for that? I'm going to take that coin, I'm going to put it on my store, I'm going to put the starting bid at $1, I'm going to pay 88 cents, eBay's going to take 10 cents, I'm going to make 10 cents on my time of, I'm not even going to make 10 cents because I bought a mailer. I got to print out the package, or out the I've been saving these, but this one has some big marks in it. You know, I got to print on a piece of paper with ink that I have to pay for, so it's like I'm not really making anything, and I'm taking my time to do it, and that's tough because you don't get that back. It is fun, and I am trying to build my store, Keene Eye Collectables, on eBay, but you know, these are junk quarters, man. I'm sorry, people. I am thinking about putting a video together in which I start going through all of the really good coins I've been saving, and like I want to put them in books. For example, let me get this guy out of here. That was another roll gone. We are moving right along. It's kind of nice. So let me just grab this. This is I keep them in these plastic bins because I had a bunch of them. Like, I have a bunch of nickels that are mostly okay, so I saved a lot of these to go in books. Like, you know, I got 49s. Anything pre-60 I saved. You know what I mean? If it has full steps or at least looks okay. Or I think, I don't have a list of the years I need, which might be something coming up to do. I do get boxes of nickels from time to time, and I like to go through them, and you know. So I was thinking about putting a video together where I actually go through stuff like that and sort it. Maybe here I'll move the camera down or something, you know what I mean? And you can watch what I do. I don't know much about this camera. I don't know if it zooms or what. I will, I just got it right before all this. And I will say, I wonder if there's another silver in here. Because if there's one, is it possible a couple of them got misplaced and put in there? I don't want to be greedy, but I'll tell you, this is a crappy box. Crappy box of quarters. Crappy. Did I say this is a crappy box of quarters yet? Because I'm here to tell you, I've seen some crappy boxes. This one kind of takes the cake. The crappy cake. I almost want to do some channel surfing. And maybe we can get some learning on. You know what I could do? I think I have. Let me just put that bad boy up there. We're going to go to a tube.
This.
Let me just. Okay. Look at this. Here's my dude. Dear Lord. Here we go. This is supposed to help you understand double dies.
This piece of plastic will help you understand double dies better. To find out what I'm talking about, stay tuned. My name is Daniel, and you are watching Coin Help You.
This is a good channel.
And I'm going to show you something that will help you with double dies.
This guy wants to help you.
And help you ID them. But first, here's my website, coinauctionshelp.com. It's Coin Help You. If you click on Guide to Mint Errors,
it's not bad.
You can
not a bad
check
site.
out all the different images and explanations of different mint errors and different varieties. Varieties of mint errors not the same thing. Also,
right.
we have a Coin Help You community. If you have a question about a coin, I would prefer not to do it in the comments because I can't see the coin, but if you come over here and post an image front and back, we can take a look at it and try to give you at least an answer about what your coin is, or if it's an error, or if it's worth something. Also, if you're watching one of my videos, I released a video yesterday. What is your coin really worth? How to find your coin's value. All you have to do is click on this link right here, and you go over to my YouTube channel, and you can go to the playlist. And I do have a double die playlist.
Pretty cool.
And several videos, 16 total videos on double dies.
Highly
And here's another one. So you can come over to my double die videos and watch every one of them. I'll guarantee you will never see double dies the same again, and you will start finding double dies because you'll stop looking for just anything on a coin. That's where people seem to fall in this business, or at least in this hobby. They look for every little thing. They get a microscope and every little thing's interesting to them, and they're trying to learn, and the next thing you know, they've spent 2 years trying to figure out these minor anomalies on their coins, and it's just a confusing process when you do it that way.
Well, Daniel, maybe some people are in a hurry, but I agree.
Whenever it is, you can narrow it down to the double dies that you need to look for. Also, over here on portsmouthcoinshop.com, I sell mint errors and double dies. I find them myself. I know where to look. I can narrow down my search, and I find them pretty often. I do videos on them, so I have them over here for self. I send them off for grading, or someone sells them to me.
Damn.
So first off, you need to understand that there are 9 classes of double dies, and it is a good idea, and it tells you exactly which ones are what, the ones that are most popular, what class of double die you're looking for. Most of the time, rotated hub double in class 1 is the most popular, the most obvious, and the most valuable double dies out there. I'm not saying that counts for all of them, but most of them. And you can see it here. The 69S is one of them. The 1955 is one of them. So you need to know what you're looking for, and that is what you need to focus on. Learn each one of these at a time. Now, the number 9 down here is a single squeeze. That's going to be your more modern coins. That's what double die you're going to have. You can forget about the rest of the double dies on modern coins because of the new minting process they started here and that are using currently. This is what you're going to find in double dies right here. So it's important to know that. It's important to come over here to Kaneka. Join Kaneka if you feel like joining.
That's right.
You will learn so much. They have a forum over here too. They have services where you can have someone look at your coins. I mean, it's a no-brainer if you're trying to find something, or if you're into discovery coins, to do it this way, to come over here to Kaneka. The other thing, Wexler's double die varieties. I mean, right here, it tells you all you need to know how dies are made. That is very important, and that's what we're looking at here today. We're going to look at something that's going to maybe help you with what dies look like. You can read this. Very important to read this. It goes over some of the history and up to modern times.
Pretty cool.
Because it's very important to look at double dies to know how dies are made. Because it's the die that's doubled, not the coin. The die strikes the coin.
I say that a lot at work. And I mean that. Don't reinvent something. Don't try to figure out a new way to figure out what's already been figured out. Not that you shouldn't think about everything, but you know, sometimes you may find an even better way. But you know, problem solving type stuff, and not taking what is as what must be. Jesus, where am I going with this? You know, it's good to rethink things and not just accept them because they are, but read how they are, at least understand the theory that makes up what things are, and move on from there. Okay, here's a little more, not rare, uncommon. There's some big die chips in her hair. I might keep this one. Die chips are right here. There's also some contact marks on her face. I don't know. I'm not keeping it. I already have a few of those. Jesus, I'm feeling uninspired apparently. Not uninspired. I feel like I have too many coins. I kept that one. That was a nice coin. But I gotta get less coins. I'd like to show you guys sometime my coin collection of my nicer like silver coins and stuff. Big fan. Really proud of the little collection I've put together in a short time. Okay. Boop, boop, boo. Oh, yeah, listening.
Imparts a doubled image, okay, a reverse image. The die has a reverse image, a mirror image. When it strikes a coin, then it looks normal. It has a normal orientation, but it will impart a doubled design onto that coin because that die is already doubled. So it's not a double struck, it's not a misstamp, it's not all that stuff. It is a actual double die that struck the coin. People do get that mixed up. Now, we're going to take a look at a few things here too. So I have a couple double dies here. So here is a 1974 Kennedy half dollar, 74D Denver Mint, and it is a class 1 double die, and I found this in a mint set. I've probably found 4 of these.
Oh, nice.
And I have this one graded by PCGS. They're not extremely valuable, but when you get up above 65, they start having some value to them. But this is a great example of a double die that you could learn how to identify with. I mean, you can learn double dies by buying a double die.
I learned it.
Because ultimately, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have one in hand to actually help identify.
True.
Then I have another one here, and I had this reholder because the holder it was in was not that great. And this is the 1972.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
And you can see
classic
that this has a larger spread. Not all of them have spreads like this.
Classic.
Not all of them have split serifs. That's why it's important to know all the different classes of double dies.
What class is that?
But you can see this one here. It's not as clear as I'd like it to be. It's hard to get cents and the darker coins to show up. This is another one that I have. And it's Mint State 65 red brown. And this is the class 1 double die.
Class 1, okay.
So as you're looking at these 2 coins,
Those
they were struck by
class
dies
1?
that were doubled. Okay. Well, this piece of plastic right here should go a long way into helping you out when it comes to what dies look like. Okay, this is a piece of acrylic or lucite that had a Morgan dollar encased in it. It shows the mirror image of a Morgan dollar, 1882. And when you're looking at this, you're actually looking at what a die face would look like, even though it would be a metal steel rod with this image on it, or this design impressed in it. This just happens to be, you know, like I said, a piece of plastic. But it gives you an opportunity, when you're looking at this, to see the fine details, how shallow the design is. See, this here is flat. This is recessed. I don't know if you could see it in here. I could put water in it and show you, but it is extremely shallow. You can feel it, but it's shallow. In this video, this looks raised. It's not. This is raised. This is in cuse. So when you're looking at this, you are looking at, like I said, something very similar to the die face. And when this is impressed into the die, this design, the end of the steel rod is what it is. It's actually called a squeeze. They had a double squeeze method back then. And you would squeeze this into the end of the die, and you got the design. And then you wanted to do it again, and you accidentally rotated it just a tad and didn't realize it. And you did another impression. So then the die is now at that point doubled. Now, if you did this to the working die that struck the coin, then that makes a rare double die. I wish this wasn't as broke as it was, and I wish that you could see that
I thought that
it is
solve all my
not
problems.
raised. This looks raised. And that's what happens to some people. They're looking at scratches and different things on their coins, and they think it looks raised. Your eyes can fool you. Light reflections can fool you. Here's what it looks like on the other side. It's just, you know, broken up.
Ain't no light fooling me.
You just see it's real shallow.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Real shallow cavity there. So hopefully this helps you put things in perspective. Please use those resources that I provided for you so that you take your notes, write them down. I shouldn't have to put links in the description. All you have to do is pause the video, rewind it, whatever you have to do, and go to those resources and read, read, and read. Save yourself so much time and heartache trying to look for coins that are worth money instead of trying to make up stuff about your coins or jump into conclusions about your coins. Most coins are ultimately going to have to be looked at in hand by an expert. That's where you're heading. You can put it up in all the groups you want, get all the opinions you want, try to get validation all you want, but ultimately it has to go there if you want to sell it or if you're just interested in really knowing what you have. So, thanks for watching my latest.
I didn't like it. Here, let's watch some Blue Ridge Silverhound.
Hey, over here. Bottom right hand corner.
Oh, hey.
Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, guys. Yeah, we are feeling this small in this great big pond that we call the eBay market. Oh, man, what a wonderful thing.
Wow.
Of course, we haven't done one in a week or so, so let's go ahead and do it. Fancy serial number report coming at you here.
Nuts.
We're going to take a look, take a stroll down the wild side, and see some pretty good sales from the fancy serial number arena of paper money collecting and hunting. Again, do I need to say more? It's a growing aspect to the numismatics hobby. It's not only just collecting currency, but also adding a little bit of a twist in there and popularizing something that is
tired.
Gaining a lot of steam.
Trying to fall asleep on the stream though.
And we are going to venture forth and take a look at all of the most relevant fancy serial number patterns and types that you guys need to be on the lookout for. So if you're tired of roll hunting, you want to get out there and search for something a little bit different, look no further than the fancy serial number world. Go out there, go to your bank, go ahead and pick up a few straps. All you need is one strap to get the magic happening. All right, so one really only rule to this whole thing: we don't talk about graded paper money unless it makes sense to. Everything is generally sold as raw, which is good. If you find it and you want to flip it real quick, because again, this is not everyone's tea, but it is a good way to make some pretty gosh darn good money. Just go ahead and take really good pictures of the note, both front and the back, full images, and then whatever relevant close-ups are needed.
I sold $1 for $14.
I would say you don't need no more than about 4
today,
or 5 photos. Okay, 5 would honestly be overkill here.
If you can 14 times
so we're going to start it off with this 1981 $1 bill, which has a low serial number. Now, this is a true low serial number note. Anything that has 5 leading zeros and higher is what is construed to be a real low serial number. Now, there are people that are adopting 4-digit serial numbers as being low, and that's totally fine. But I want you guys to know that those notes sell pretty well for what they are. So this particular note right here sold for $41 with 33 bids. Keep in mind that some of the sellers do charge shipping, so that's kind of like part of the cost of ownership. You could realistically say if you added that into the cost of the note, at the end of the day,
that's not doing really any teaching or learning tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're just boogieing on through stuff. That's all we're doing. Just getting through it. These are ugly ass coins, and it's pretty freaking annoying. So whoopee, welcome to the stream.
Of ownership of it, so I could say that this thing sold for $44.65. I wouldn't be wrong. So this is one of the popular serial number patterns to be on the lookout for. I would say anything with 4 leading zeros and then that lower, that's where the magic happens. The note is actually in spectacular shape in spite of its age. Don't let the 1981 date fool you, because this same serial number in the same condition on any date of note going all the way up to 2021, which is our most current series date, will sell for about the same. All right, so just to let you know, the age does not matter too much there. The note overall, pretty nice, solid, pleasing VF with nice body of paper. It looks crisp when I see it. And yeah, it's in really good shape. That's a good collector's grade note there. The next one that we have here is our first 4-digit, what they call repeater. All right, it's on the 2021 $1 bill. This one sold for a buy it now for $35.
That's a nice one. 5405,
This is, I would say, a little bit on the higher side for a 4-digit repeater, as these are kind of like the low end of the totem pole type of fancies. They are the ones that you come across more often than you do any other type of serial number pattern. So $35 was quite the surprising amount of money. I will say that the note is a crispy, fresh, uncirculated bill. Looks like it came out of a BEP pack. But this one shows 5405, 5405. So it's 4 digits, repeated twice, the same number. So this note, again, looks to be in fantastic shape. It's brand spanking new, no folds. They put it right into currency sleeve protector, which is a nice touch. It means that they really do care about the presentation of their note. This is like this is, you know, there's a sure. There's a few more extra photos. They could have pared down a little bit, but all in all, you know, because of the quality of the images and, you know, just being very thorough, the lighting's good. You know, this is a listing here, ladies and gentlemen, that I could honestly say you ought to model your own listings after. Any
you'll get that kind of
smartphone will be able to take photos as good as this one. So this is like one of the overachieving sales here for this week, which is crazy considering that we had to go back, you know, not more than 48 hours of market data to find all these notes. Our next one here, this one is actually very cool.
So pay attention to what he said. This is not even 48 hours that he had to go back to get all these notes. This market is hot.
It ended up selling for $41.45, and that's with 9 total bids. It looks like a 2003A. It's a binary repeating radar. That is a mouthful. But binary in the sense you have zeros and sevens, so that's every 2 digits. I love the sevens. Sevens are a very popular number by itself.
True.
And it's a radar, so the first 4 numbers repeat the same way. You know, the second set of 4 numbers on the same serial number string. It's palindrome, and it's a repeating, you know, because it's 7007, 7007. So this one has a lot going for it. The only thing holding it back, obviously, is the condition of the note. It's quite well worn and weathered, and you know, that's okay, because the type of fancy that this one is will help support the amount of desirability there is on the marketplace. Some people are willing to overlook things like condition issues. You know, now it'd be a different story if this thing was torn in half, or if it was missing a corner, or there's pinholes, or if it's got a big old juice stain on it. Things like that will largely affect the value. But things like this, where it looks like the note's been folded many times over, and it's got some general wallet soiling, you know, that's quite normal there. The next one that we have here, our first birthday note. Now, I want to kind of remind everyone that the only way that you should be selling a birthday or date note is a buy it now. Okay? Because they're very specific. There's only going to be so many people that actually want that specific date. So you might as well take advantage of that. Now, there is probably a chance that you're going to be sitting on this note on eBay for a month, 3 months, 6 months, or longer. It really takes someone that needs this date. Maybe it's the date of like a loved one, you know, a born date or a passing date, things like that. And that's where some of the historical context kind of comes into play as far as like personal type of stuff. So this one right here reads 0910-1986. So September 10th, 1986. It reads perfectly, you know, two digits for the day, 2 digits for the month, 4 digits for the year. Kind of like the Western world way of how we write, you know, dates.
I have
And
one of these.
this one sold for $23. Now,
Nice.
most birthday notes generally tend to fall in that $20 to $30 range if they're oriented quite like this.
I have one of
All right,
those,
so,
0504.
this is a great example of that. The
2019,
face of the
I
note,
think.
someone did scribble with a pen. Again, don't try and clean stuff like that up. Just keep it the way it is. They're kind of really hard to fix. But all in all, that's a pretty good sale right there.
Whiteout would fix
And
it. Guarantee
buy
it.
now. The next one that we have here, we have actually a
Whoa.
matching, or not matching, but a pair
Oh,
of $1 bills that have 5 leading 7s. Okay, so these probably all came from the same BEP pack,
that's okay.
which is quite cool.
Yeah.
And the pair sold for $25.
all
That's
right.
for 20 bids. And they are very uncirculated. These are very nice, crispy, fresh notes. 7s are some of the most popularly collected numbers out there. So if you're able to get 4 or 5 7s in a row on a serial number, you could actually use that to your advantage. Now we're
True.
talking $2 face that ended up selling for a lot more than that. This is
$80.
just one of those, kind of like great ideas here. As
$65.
opposed to like selling them individually, you can pair them up a little bit and, go through them a lot quicker that way if you
$68.
wanted to do that. All right, so just a little food for thought there. Nice little sale.
Huh.
From the same, I think this is from the same seller. We have another pair here with 5 leading 8s this time. Not the same seller because their pricing is so much different. So this person ended up getting $59 for their pair. Both
Not
are
bad.
different blocks. So the top note's a GD block, the bottom note's a BD block. But you can see that the serial numbers match. They
Imagine
even
having
ended
those
665.
as a match.
Which is
It's
crazy.
impossible.
So that's what kind of helps support the sale price on this one at $59. Both notes are in phenomenal shape. The bottom one showing a little bit of a fold
Guys,
there
these
in the
quarters
center.
are just
But
crap.
overall, great looking condition notes there. All right. The next one that we have here, our first just regular binary 3s and 1s on this $5 bill. It's a
I just sold a
2009.
binary for
This one,
$14.
unfortunately, only managed to get
Wow.
$8.50 with 9 bids. And I say unfortunately because, you have to consider whatever the face value of the note is that you're selling, it's going to be your cost of ownership of the note. So obviously the gross profit before we figure out fees and stuff ends up being $3.50. Now, fortunately, they did charge for shipping at $5. All right.
Yeah, I don't do
So
that.
they overshot a little bit on the shipping there, to where they're going to make probably 50 cents on the shipment, not a whole lot, because eBay does they do charge fees off of the shipping value as well. So
I didn't know that.
you're not absolved from fees if you charge a higher shipping price. It used to be back in the day that people would charge like $100 for shipping on a collectible back when they weren't charging fees on shipping.
What?
And that was their workaround to make more money.
Let's see if we got some.
So
here.
that doesn't quite apply these days. Now, I will say, as far as condition, there's a pretty big edge split.
Nope.
Right where you see dollars at the bottom on the front of the note,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see just a tear that goes from the middle of the D all the way down to the edge of the note. All right, so that's kind of a killer here with that one. It's unfortunate to see something like that, but that is on there. And that always affects the value of a note. All right, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be solid 7s. It could be 8 7s in a row on there, and it has that long tear in there. It's going to affect the value quite a bit. From the same seller, Summer the Cockapoo. All right, sold another
Wow.
matching pair for $59.
How do you get
and,
those so
It's a
much?
2017
chances? It's
$8
so
bill and a
hard to find that.
2013. I think this person just loves scouring the internet for the same serial numbers
I
they buy
think
and then
so,
sell
too.
it as a group. But this is what they call a flipper. So when you turn the note upside down, the 9s and 6s read the same. A 9 will read a 6 will read a 9,
Flipper.
so on and so forth, because it's the same type style that they use. There's no serif, or it's not like a number 1 where if you flip it over, it still looks like a regular number 1. It doesn't look like that. So $59, again, a very nice high sale price on this one here. And, you know, both very circulated notes. The bottom one especially, because it's a little bit older, but there you go. Here is this is a 6 of a kind twos
torture
on a $20 bill. It's an old $20 bill.
If anybody's actually out there.
This one ended up selling for $34.73. By the time the dust settles, I think Ronald J.H. here, the seller, probably profited about $10 bill in his pocket.
I think I prefer pennies.
Yeah, this is quite a nice one here too. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of 6 of a kind of any one particular number, unless they're like all together. You know, if it's like leading off with 6 in a row of any one number, or trailing, which means ending.
I might get some ones.
So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice. It's an older, small head $20 bill, and the note is in phenomenal shape. It looks crispy uncirculated, so I'm just going to go out and say that it's crispy uncirculated. The next one that we have here from Ronald, actually, probably one of the biggest sales I've seen of the 7 in a row 7s.
Whoa.
Bar none. I usually see these for around $80 to $100, but there probably is just something about this note 7 right here. To where it's worth every bit of the $296 that it's sold for.
No way.
And that's with 64 bids.
That's
nuts, it's a $93 bill. I mean, it's nothing too crazy or old here.
Nuts. No
on
way.
That one. And the note itself is in pretty nice shape. You know, yeah, virtually very minimal wear. A little bit of discoloration of the paper. You know,
looks like there's
kind
a
of
bunch
like
of
what they call a tone or a tint to it, which kind of gives a yellowish or brown appearance, and that's more so because just being around areas where it's hot, or you know, maybe in the sun or something like that.
This is not a good
but that's a pretty big sale. Again, we usually see $80 to $100 sale prices for these type of notes.
I can clean that off.
The next one that we have here, now this is much more like it. This is a dollar bill, 2006. 6 in a row 2s, so it's leading off with 6 2s, $29.88. 16 bids here with this one. Good looking note. Again, this is the ticket here, and the note looks uncirculated. We also have a $10 bill. We have binary 0s and 8s this time around. Very attractive serial number.
Big
this
fan
one
of
sold for $42 with 16
Best number
bids.
there is.
And there you go. That's your $10 bill. Nice yellowish note, because that is the original paper color to it. Yeah. Here's an interesting one. So it's a dual date by year, 1960 to 1961. Typically, we call these tombstone notes, and it sounds very, very unfortunate, like it does. But you have
with year born,
a year that is much earlier than the second year, and it kind of signifies the amount of time in which someone lives.
That's horrible.
So this obviously would be a baby, a little baby. I mean, I'm sure there was probably a few babies back in 1961 that did only live to be a year old.
Sure of it.
Which is very unfortunate. I hate thinking about things like that. But that's kind of like what we have here. The true terminology for something like this is a tombstone note. You know, and it's sold for $30. So, you know,
to a grieving
it doesn't
parent,
necessarily have to be the birth and passing of a loved one. It could have been like,
relationship,
you know, a relative, you know, served in Vietnam or during the Korean War during this time, or what, you know, whatever that case is.
Wow.
You know, maybe it could be a term of service of like employment, or you know, something to that effect. I really don't know. It could. There's a lot of significance here. With this particular time frame, a lot of things were going on. You know, you had JFK and you know his
my era of depression.
And, you know, there's a lot of movie star type of things. Marilyn Monroe was still alive during this time, so I don't know. Very interesting, and the fact that it was sold by someone from North Hollywood, California, Yeah, I just saw that a second ago. I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty neat. Could be like a movie star, filming something at a specific time in 1960.
Wow.
So, I don't know. There's a lot of significance there, and it's only up to the person that buys it.
That's right.
Where they can
My
really
business.
unlock what it really means.
Nice
Here's
one.
another 7 of a kind. So we do have a what they call an interrupter, which is just some random number in the middle. So it's just a 7 of a kind, all 4s with one pesky 8 in the middle.
Pretty cool.
On a $20 bill. And the $20 bill is very well worn here. $51.01, 8
Jeez.
bids collected. And you can see the note is
I gotta get
pretty
more stuff
fair
on my store.
weathered.
So bad.
Yeah,
Apparently,
but,
the more you have
pretty cool
on
serial
there,
number.
the more traffic you'll get. eBay will direct more to you the more stuff you have up. So I gotta get some stuff up there. A lot of buy it now is coming soon.
And one that usually would attract attention, but judging from the overall condition of the note, it's passed through many hands. This is a neat one, and this kind of like fits the profile of what these typical notes sell for, because I've seen them sell,
Nice.
and it's right on par for like $100 to $200. And let me explain. This dollar bill right here has a serial number that is damn near a
Missing
full
the 8.
ladder, except for one digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0.
Zero kills
A
it.
couple digits away from a full ladder, and there's a pretty big price difference between one and the other. This one right here sold for $150.
That's
that
wild.
seems to fall in line with other similar notes that I've seen that have sold in the past, because I keep a very close eye on this market. But you have to consider that a full correct ladder, 1 through 8, typically sells for about $1,000 to $1,500. And, the big discrepancy in value has everything to do with the condition of the note. So notes that are obviously crispy, uncirculated, brand new out of the pack, that would hit kind of like that higher tier of money. Whereas circulated notes, like this one, still do okay. They're still around $1,000. Some a little bit less, a little bit more. Depending on how much someone buys it for. But yeah, this is one of the neatest notes that I've seen here this week. Damn. And keep an eye out for patterns like this. The next one that we have here is actually a lot of $4 bills. So if you didn't want to go through all the trouble of selling one note at a time, which I would say it'd be more smart to sell them one at a time, you just realize more money that way. You could do it like this. So this lot of 4 is sold for $50, and these are quad pairs. So 00, 77, 4s, 2s. The next one is 3, 9, 8, 1, and then so on and so forth. So they have 4 pairs in there, and that's how they read. So each note worth about $12.50. Pretty cool lot. I like that one. This one's upside down because it's a flipper. It's a 2003 $2 bill with 6s, 9s, and 0s in there. So when you flip each one of these 3 numbers around upside down, they're all going to read this similarly, because the type style is all the same, whether they're upside down or right side up. All right, the 6s read as 9s, and the 9s reads as 6s. The note is in phenomenal shape. It looks uncirculated, and that's what they put in their listing title. And even the district number for Minneapolis, number 9, is actually also a flipper. So again, this is a pretty neat note here. The money is justified for this one. The next one that we have here, $100 bill. But check out the serial number. It's a 4-digit low serial number. It's a star, but it's also a binary and a flipper. So this has a buttload of stuff going on. They even put Occult Satan right in the listing title, which, I guess it works out if you have fanatics for that sort of thing.
Yeah, probably
$179, which, this person probably end up profiting about $55 by the time it's all said and done. And that's with after fees and shipping. They did charge free shipping here on this one. Good looking note. A little bit of soiling, a little bit of wear. Not too bad. Here's another 4-digit serial. Okay, this is typically how much 4-digit serials go for, $19.99. Huh. They're in that $10 to $20 range, somewhere around there. Much newer notes, maybe a star note, they do sell more. You know, double quads, so if you had 4 zeros and 4 ones, that's a big one. That'll probably sell for in excess of $100. But, you know, all in all, there's quite a bit more 4-digit low serial numbers than there are, you know, 3 digits. Yeah. So obviously there's a reason here to look for this. Plus, someone also did put November 27th as a date that they identified with that one. All right. That's my and we also have a binary repeater. So 1113, 1113. That's a good one. This dollar bill. It sold for $80. That's golly, crazy. What a good sale on this one. The regular repeaters have been doing incredibly well. A lot better than I had anticipated for this week. Now, that's not obviously a trend because, you know, we do see the ebbs. I'm just opening all these damn things. I might not make it through them all. There you go. Yeah, that was the $80 bill right there. We do have a couple best offers, so we'll use 130point.com to find out how much these really truly sold for. We have a binary 7s and 8s. You can see how it's red right there on a dollar bill. So we'll copy and paste this guy into 130 point. It's a great website when it works. Sometimes they have their hiccups, and you know, you just kind of have to roll along with it. So this is that first note right here with the 7s and 8s. Let's see if it'll pull it up this time. $40. Okay, not too bad. Again, it's a binary. You have 2 of the strongest selling individual number types all in the same serial string, which certainly helps its cause. Otherwise, this would be like a $20 fine. And then finally, we have another binary. Huge dollar. 0s and 3s. And it's a low serial number, 3003. So as you can see, they took, you know, a big enough picture where you know that the note wasn't flattened out. You have a pen here, a penny, a nice red table. You can see a pair of legs and shoes and you know, it looks like it was taken in a shop class in school. You know, it's just, you know, presentations, everything. You could crop a lot of all these extraneous things out of there if you wanted to. You know, and flatten out the bill the best that you can. But let's go ahead and see how much this one sold for. And at this point, I'm just kind of poking fun at the seller there. But you did sell it. You did make money. So I can't completely hate. That's not bad. That's actually the big idea here when you were doing this. And $50 was the original ask. The seller was going to end up bringing home $35. Which is, again, a very strong showing for that particular note. All right. So that's going to go ahead and do a good old mini-me down here on the bottom right corner. Appreciates you guys popping on in on this video where we explored the fancy serial number activity for the week. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video and the channel. If you haven't done so already, all of your extra support will go a long way in ensuring that I do some halfway decent quality content in the future. I know you guys like halfway decent, and I hope to deliver on that. So I am out of here. Best of luck in your hunts. Go ahead, try it out. It can be very profitable, very fun, and a real stress reliever if you want it to be. But I'll see you guys next time. I wish you guys the best, and happy hunting. So long.
What's going on? The Daily Show is on? That's weird.
From the most trusted journalists at
what is this?
It's America's only source for news. This is the Daily Show with your host,
am I allowed to watch this? Probably not, right? No. But what is Jon Stewart doing on there?
Over here.
What is this cool? What is this cool invention?
Have you ever seen these before?
No.
I mean, do you have any idea what these are?
No.
Well, I'm going to show you. They're kind of a nifty little invention here.
No.
My name is Daniel, and you're watching Coin Help You. And very rarely do I promote a product, but sometimes a product comes along that I think is very useful and kind of nifty. So we're going to take a look at what I was showing you at the first part of this video, but I want to show you what I think is so cool about them. So if you haven't figured it out, these are two different sizes, obviously, but they're holders for coins if you're wanting to look underneath the microscope, basically, or take pictures. So it'll hold the coins at a certain angle.
Oh.
Most denominations, it's a little too large for the 3 cent, but still yet it will hold it so that you can move it around.
Oh.
And it gets larger, obviously, as you go through the different elevations here on it. You have this one for an angled view. And like I said, if you're looking through a camera, microscope, or just wanting something to hold a coin while you are looking at it,
cool.
or photography, here it is. Now the only thing I don't like here is it does have a little bit of a lip. It needs less of a lip if you're going to take images. But the only thing I can see that I would change on it.
Yeah.
But they are really cool little inventions. And like I said, two different sizes. And the dollar. And then you can even use it for world coins. I'm not even sure if it's right in there for the world coins. When you're using that microscope, and maybe you're doing a live video, or if you're just wanting to take an image, and
it might be damaged.
you need something maybe to position the coin underneath the camera, this is perfect. You even have this, and you can see the edge. You can take pictures of it, not have to hold the coin, and the coin will shake. That's another thing. So a little shake reduction here. Here's a large cent, fits a large cent as well. And here's what a Morgan dollar would look like. So that's not bad at all. It's just, like I said, a little bit on the lip as far as photography is concerned, but really cool little invention that I saw, and it is made by CoinView. These are made in America. Okay, the guys, these are U.S. made,
like
handmade. Okay, it's patent pending. It does have the patent for these, but definitely I recommend this for people who love to do camera work and use a microscope to image their coins or just take a look at their coins. So thanks for watching my latest video. Go over to portsmouthcoinshop.com if you'd like to have a set of these, and have a great day.
Well, let's just see how much they cost. This one has the extra leaf. See, the JFM is a little obscured. It's worth keeping. Are they on here? There they are. $10. $19. Set of 2. Okay. I do like the idea of keeping the coin at a steady angle for photography. Could see where that would be a benefit. Not even one West Point in 2 boxes. Not even a crappy one. Crazy, y'all. Crazy. We are getting through these boxes. I think 2 boxes of quarters is too many in a week. I don't think it affords you any other time to do anything else with your, like, you don't want to sit on a box of quarters. So, looking forward to having one more weekend of kind of chaos. I'll get those. We did get through nearly a brand new box of pennies too, just to get through them. But I'll tell you, when I have so many coins to go through, it stresses me out. It's just too much. Too much. So, little bag marks below her. Okay. What else what do you guys want to do?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to show
like
you my
Daniel.
live reaction
Oh, he's
to Home
this is a
Shopping
live react to a
Network
live react. Let's go.
infomercial where they're selling coins. You know, I didn't think that I'd ever do this for this channel, but I just...
Same, brother.
You know, I don't know whether it's going to be comedy relief here. I don't know.
Tired
It
of
doesn't make
talking.
any difference. I either laugh or I cry
Yeah, that's
or I get
saying
very
something.
angry at some of the comments and some of the things that they say and the tactics that they use to sell these coins. And I just think that even though I've done video on, you know, what to avoid a couple times, I think I need people to see how I really react to this. I'm not saying that I'm going to get mad and bash the TV screen and all that stuff. I might laugh a little
Violently.
bit. Might be a little bit out of character for what you're used to in this videos, but you know, I'm going to give it a try. So why do a video like this? It's not because I'm jealous as a dealer. I'm not against anybody making money, but make it with what you're selling. You know, why snake oil yourself? You don't have to lather it on, rub it up, and then some.
A lot of my
You know,
coins
sell your
are-
coins. You're selling coins. You want to put them in a nice case. That's fine. Don't make it look like it's
Made the
limited
sale,
or sold out or
2013.
the most popular thing ever, or you're actually giving people a price break or whatever.
Made $2.50 on another.
This is another
dollar.
reason right here. See that? Little fancy case. Got a little certificate in here. Got a 1900 over CC. Another one. Nice little fancy box.
Yeah, that is a nice.
Got the coins in it.
Oh.
It's got 1 CC and the rest of them, and they're all clean coins. I don't ever hear them say anything about that. So here we got inside, we found this, and actually found the receipt. And the person paid $639 for
Ooh,
this box, and they got
There's a cut on that,
$500.
y'all.
One's an 82 CC. They're all cleaned except for maybe 1 or 2 of them.
All right, Daniel. Sheesh. Okay, so there is a cut die break on this one. You can see it bottom right there. So that's cool. And what you're looking for, first thing I would do is turn it on its side and make sure the edge is not damaged. So it's not pushed up, causing it to look like that. It's not. So that's cool. That's a nice little find on a otherwise common coin. Doesn't look great, but they say cuds are king. Again, cud die break on this 2016. Is this West Virginia? Yeah. John Brown's Fort, Harper's Ferry, Philadelphia minted. Cud die break right there by the dollar. Make you holler. Let's go. It's a rare coin to get a cud. So that was cool.
And the rest of them are all common dates. So basically, they paid $639 for a $200 CC, maybe $120 in the other coins. So we're talking $320. So let's just say it's actually $350 worth of coins. Let's just be
It's a nice
liberal
box.
here and give them a little extra. The rest is the box, the packaging, or their marketing. Okay, that's a lot of money. They'll never get $639 out of those coins,
No.
even with the box. But anyways, dealers don't care about these boxes. They don't care about these boxes. They won't pay for them. So when you take your coins to sell them, or you leave them to your
They're gonna
grandkids,
laugh at
or
you.
your kids, or your nephews,
They're all
or
gonna
whoever you
laugh
leave them
at
to, your
you.
wife, the dealers don't care about those boxes. They only care about the coins that's inside of them. And when you see these estate quarters that are plated, you're going to get face value for them pretty much, if you're lucky. That box, that $75 you pay for that box, or $49.95 or whatever, it's just going to go in a trash heap, or it's going to be sold with the coins and just sold for a minimal price, $25, $30.
$200 box. Telling.
And that's the reason I'm doing this video.
I've built boxes.
Impressive. Seriously, people, you open this, people gasp. Look at what you're getting here. It's a 1999 through 2009
Okay.
Oh boy.
I didn't even make it, what was it, 4 seconds into this video. And she's already telling me that this coin set they're trying to sell is going to make people gasp.
That's right.
Okay, I sure hope it doesn't.
It will, Daniel.
Because you need to get you some oxygen. I don't think anybody's gasping for air looking at these coins. Okay, I mean that's actually it's laughable. I can't help it. It's just laughable.
Getting here, it's a 1999 through 2009 complete set of 24-karat gold-plated state quarters. $20 savings today. It's on price break. That is temporary, but this is beloved.
Video of it,
Okay. 24 karat gold plated.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. Mint did not gold plate these coins. Just to be clear here, it was actually a private company. Maybe they had them plated. Okay.
I don't know.
Another thing,
I believe this woman.
I've watched a few of these, and every one of them have a price break. They want to brag about this price break they're giving everybody. You know, that's just another sales tactic. It's just a gimmick. You know, they're giving this price to everybody. It's not a price break.
No,
There's
they're
no
giving it to
$99.95
You're jealous.
value for these coins. They're not worth $79.95.
Jealous.
And they'll even tell you that here coming up soon. So, watch what's next.
It's a nice looking coin.
Beloved for collectors. They're
But for you,
56
today
sold
only.
out limited edition coins clad in that 24-karat gold.
Okay, sorry, forgot about that part. Sold out. These coins aren't sold out. You can buy them all over the place.
But there's
Okay, they sold
$79.95
so
only.
much of these, and there's so many state quarters in your pocket change, and I just
It's for
they need to
100
dispense
quarters,
with that
bro.
kind of stuff. So, hang on.
$25 were. Oh wait,
Packaging
damn, that
alone.
would have been a nice one.
$75.
$75.
Okay.
Last time at price break.
Oh,
Last.
Packaging alone, $75. I mean, they just told
I
you.
have a feeling he doesn't
The
like
coins,
this.
they're selling the whole thing for $79.95.
Look,
Okay.
I'm pretty good at reading people, and I'm gonna tell you, Daniel is not down with this.
But the packaging is worth
Trust me.
$75.
Let's just see how this plays
What
out.
are you buying? Are you buying the box and the packaging that it comes in, not the coins? This is what I'm saying. They actually admit the packaging is worth more than the coins. The coins are basically worthless. They're worth
Dropping
$5.
quarters everywhere. Probably
mean,
the winners.
That alone, I mean, that should have told you. No buy. They should have never sold these at that point. But yet they know that people literally don't pay attention to that. They're thinking, oh, wow, man, just the packaging. They're selling us the
sucker born every
$79.95
minute.
and they're saying the packaging is worth $75. Come on. You got to realize what they're doing here.
These are by far and away the most popularly collected coins ever made by the United States government, not even close. And I'm talking about the regular state quarters. These are the 24-karat gold layered. Every one of these is layered in pure 24-karat gold. Now,
Okay, we got it. They're in 24 karat gold.
It's a lot of carrots,
We got that. It's right there.
and I love
The
gold.
other thing,
He said to invest
the
in
Lincoln
gold.
cent is the most popular coin ever minted by the United States Mint, bar none. The state quarters were popular for a little while. They were a flash in the pan compared to the Lincoln cents.
True.
Okay, I don't know how that's even a selling point.
I do like. I
Hey,
mean,
just
I
enough
like the
on
state
this box.
headquarters.
What we call our piano finish box, which I've ruined with my fingerprints. Sorry about
but
that.
me too with my moisturizer. Sorry.
Look at that. $49.95, and it's a customer pick. Empty. $49.95. I've sold thousands of these at $49.95.
Okay, do you get what I'm doing here?
They're only $49.
I mean, they are
though?
literally selling the packaging here. I get it. They're really nice. Piano finish, you know, whatever. If you're buying coins, I wouldn't even care. I would make, they make rolls you can put these in and just have them. Where are you going to display these at? Do you ever walk into someone's house and see state quarters in their little piano box out on
Maybe.
display? Look how proud I am of this.
Offensive. I was
Will
going
you
to put mine
stack
up.
it and take up all the room in your safe for worthless clad coins that are plated with, they're 24 karat gold. I get it. It's just ludicrous. I can't help myself with this. This is just marketing.
So this is going to be
Daniel
your
getting
chance.
angry.
And this is one of those things. If you're looking for that perfect holiday gift, and particularly, I mean, when you give this,
24 karat.
If they had the holograms on them, or the mother of pearl, forget it. Take my money.
Gold plated. You open the box, you gasp.
Does it get any thicker? Does anybody got
Yes.
any boots? she's gasping again, and she's
See?
and it's just buy me.
Give me the coins that make a woman gasp.
I
Take my money.
I can't even watch it, guys. I'm done. I there might be some more tidbits. It's 11 minutes long. You want to watch it? Look it up. Complete set of 24 karat gold plated state quarters. Home Shopping Network. Have at it. I can't list it anymore. I'm done. If this doesn't drive my point home about don't buy this junk, then I don't know what's going to. You guys, come on, man. Hey, I know some of you know better. Most of you probably know better. You know, help somebody out that doesn't know better.
Trying,
You know, hit the like button.
I am trying
Comment
to
if
do
you
that.
like. Please share this video. Come on, guys. Subscribe. Click the bell. I mean, if you want to see more of this
Wait,
stuff,
I'm
I'll
not
do all kinds of this stuff. This
it's my
is
other
fun.
channel.
This is funny. You know, it's sad. You know, but you know, like I said, a little bit of comedy relief, a little bit different video format. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.
Let's just
Hello, this is Daniel Malone with Coin Help You, and today I want to tell you a few things that I recommend you avoid when you're a coin collector and avoid doing when you're buying coins. You know, I know that coin collecting is about fun, and you do buy what you think is fun. But one thing about most coin collectors, they at least hope that they can leave the coins to their family, and their family can reap some rewards from the investment. So that's one of the things that
crazy.
People need to understand, that what I'm recommending here are not good investments for that purpose. And if you're putting back silver, you're putting back gold, and you're getting a good price for it from a good dealer, that's fine. But these items here, I recommend stay away from, or these are things that you should not do.
American Eagle. I have a few American
First,
Eagle.
I want to address Mint products. I would avoid buying Mint products when they first come out, especially buying from a dealer. When you can get online at the U.S. Mint and buy for what they're buying it for, buy it from the U.S. Mint directly, if you have to have that set now.
Duh.
You know, if you set your time back when you're collecting about a year or close to the next year, you can actually get these aftermarket. A lot of times, like on eBay, you know, the coin shop, and you walk in and they've got it at a discount. But when you buy it the year that it came out, you're going to pay up for it. And you're also going to pay for...
I don't know if that's accurate anymore. Actually, pretty sure that most of these things come out at the mint at the lowest price recently. Depends on the thing. But things are just going up in price at this point. So might be good just to get them from the mint right away. And look at the mintage. The Britannia collaboration there, Liberty Britannia. That one, there's only 75,000 minted, so probably a good one to get. We'll see. It's not a bad looking coin.
For more than what the U.S. Mint charges. I would avoid buying anything from any TV ad.
Yes.
The infomercials, whatever it might
Go to your
be.
coin shop.
They're going to oversell. They're basically overpriced coins, overpriced sets. You know, and they'll also have maybe a whole collection of them.
Yep.
And they will have hype to go with it. They're going to talk those coins up. They're going to talk about how they're going to be worth more in the future, how they're undervalued right now. And also, you'll see them selling graded coins like Mint State 70 Silver Eagles or modern coins in sets, and tell you how rare it is and no one else has this label. So what you want to do when you see one of these infomercials, get your phone out, get on your computer, have someone in the family do it for you if you can't, and have them look up what these are selling for on eBay, what they're selling for
right. eBay
Heritage
sold.
Sold auctions.
Yep.
Check out what they were selling for. That way, you don't get ripped off buying their hype. A little bit of patience, and you can buy those coins cheaper. Another thing that I want to address is things like early release and first strike Silver Eagles when they first come out. Buying these 70 graded Silver Eagles. I know they got first strike on the labels. There's no guarantee it was a first strike. Those coins, they begin the previous year, at the end of the year, the mint starts producing things like Silver Eagles. Okay, for instance. When they're finally released, they do have dates on the boxes. but the coins themselves only have one date on them, whatever year they're issued. So you don't know if it's a first strike. You have no idea. You can't know that. So whenever they put that on the labels, and it's just label marketing, and then they put MS70 on it or PR70 on it or whatever it might be, then you're going to overpay for it when you buy from a dealer or you pre-buy. Basically, whenever they have the sales, pre-sales and all that on eBay, you're just going to pay more for it than what you can get it for later on in the year or even next year. Something else to avoid is private mint sterling coins.
Yeah.
I would not recommend buying those because you are going to pay over the 0.99 price for all of them. As a matter of fact, some of them are really extremely highly priced. And what they want to do, they want to hook you up into a series that they produce, whether it be presidents or states or whatever, and they're going to send them to you as they mint them, and you're going to pay a lot more money for them, and they're not going to have that investment. There's even coins from the Franklin Mint that were issued in the 70s that now are basically whatever melt they are. That's what they're worth. You can get a little bit more than melt. I get it. You can get on eBay and you can see someone taking pictures and selling them and paying fees and all that. But the point of it is that dealers are going to pay less than melt for those, and there's not a big demand for them anymore.
It's not wrong.
And that falls into privately minted gold coins. You know, literally the Cook Island gold coins that are, you know, basically they've got 1/10, 0.24 carat on them. They're basically 24% of a 10th ounce of gold.
Hold on. I do have a question though. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, let's look at a 2019 West Point cent reverse proof. Or just proof. No, it's not proof. Let's look up a MS. I think mine is 69 or is it 70? Yeah, these are still going for. Wow, look at that. That is a nice set. It's a nice set. See, it's only $32.95. It's pretty good. Mine was actually proof like right here. This is the one I got. I got into a bidding war. And I did get it for about the same price. Okay, good to see that they're still up there. The PL right here means proof like, so that's a very high grade.
And a lot of people on eBay are paying 10th ounce gold prices for them. You know, if you want it for your collection, that's fine, but you need to get it close to
One
melt.
day I'll bring them all out.
So you definitely want to avoid that and not play into the 0.24 carat game or the point anything gold game. You want to buy an actual 1/10 ounce of gold coin, buy a U.S. Mint Gold Eagle, and you can get them for about the same price sometimes that you can for the Cook Islands. Now I know the Cook Islands, you know, I think they're issued a little bit higher than their melt value, but they are made to fool somebody into thinking they're something they're not. Something else that I see a lot of that walks into our coin shop is plated coins or hologram coins. I would avoid them. Basically, I see hologram silver eagles, and you can pay pretty much the same price now for the older years as you can a regular silver eagle. Okay, that's fine, because if you like them, that's cool, because it's fun to collect.
Right.
But if you buy them from the private mint or the company that created these or had these created for them to sell, you're going to overpay for them.
Yeah.
Another thing, plated clad coins are worth nothing. There's all kinds of platinum and gold plated quarters out there and sets. I see it all the time. Even presidential dollars. Anything that's plated. You know, the U.S. Mint only plated the Lincoln cent. Okay, in 1943, it's zinc plated steel planchets. Now it is copper plated zinc planchets. That's it. The rest of them were done privately, and they do not have any numismatic value above what their face value is.
Unless you like it.
Even though collectors still pay a little bit more for them, they're not a good investment. I know this is kind of difficult for me to say this out loud, but there are companies out there that are selling legitimate U.S. coins, but they are overpriced. These dealers, you'll see they have their catalogs, they send out flyers, and they fancy themselves as the market makers.
Oh,
You will know it when you get on there and you see them selling a clad common date 1990 or 1980 or 70
Wow.
proof set, and they're selling it for $30, or a circulated peace dollar for $90.
Yeah.
I've seen the ads.
Wow.
You want to avoid dealerships like that. They're not going to pay you near that amount for the coins, and they're way overpriced. Avoid buying any Mint State 70 coin that's graded 70 when it first comes out. I know it kind of goes back to the Mint products that I spoke of when they first come out, but these companies literally get that first strike and that MS70 designation on them, and you want to avoid buying those at first. If you need to have a Mint State 70 coin in your collection and that's what you're collecting, wait for it. Wait for the prices to settle out and come down, because you're buying into the hype. And that's probably really what I mean here.
True.
Don't buy the hype of anything. I don't care what it is. Clad, silver, gold. If there's hype
Solid.
involved and there's a lot of news
Solid,
media on it, or
solid.
a lot of companies are pumping and dumping and trying to get to sell them,
Pumping and
avoid
dumping.
it. I want to address
Breast milk.
hordes, like the Sky Horde, or the New York Horde that Stacks and Bowers had. Any of these hordes, like the Olathe, all of them that come out that literally is so, the prices are so high when they first come out that you need to avoid buying them.
What
You
is it?
need coins and that interests you, that's fine. But you need to avoid buying them at first, because you're going to pay extremely high prices for coins that are going to drop in value once the hype is gone. You know, it's basically all marketing. You're buying that label and you're not really buying what the coin's worth. And you know, I know
That's
I just
true.
did a video on unsearched rolls on eBay, but I'm here to tell you, avoid anything on eBay that is touted as unsearched or estate lots. All of that is a gimmick. I see these sellers on here and they sell for years the same stuff with a different story. They put some of them, I've seen paragraphs of stories they make up over secret hidden stuff and treasure chests and all that. Please just avoid it. Filter them out. However you got to do it in your advanced searches. Just, you don't want those kind of lots in your collection trying to buy them, because it's not a good investment. You're literally going to overpay for stuff. These are put together, set up stuff, big lots of coins by pounds and all that. You've got to stay away from that. That's the worst thing you could possibly get into. You need to know what you're buying when you buy it, be able to grade it out, and that's how you should be buying your coins. Another thing that I noticed, we had an elderly gentleman walk into the door, and he had a coin, and he had paid $2,000 for it.
Oof.
And it was a coin that was basically worth $700.
Ooh.
And what happened was, this company he got hooked up with, he gave him his credit card and bought something from them, and then on approval basis, they sent him coins and charged his credit card, hoping that he would want to keep it. And of course, it came with all these certificates. It came with how much it's going to be worth and why it was worth this much, and just a bunch of junk paper, basically fire starter material is what it was. So he brought it into the shop because something told him that he might be getting ripped off. This was a veteran. This guy served his country. He saw an ad in one of these magazines.
Not that matters.
And that's just stay away from that. Don't get into that. Your hard-earned money that you deserve, your retirement or whatever it is, don't fall for that. Literally, have your grandchild, if you can't do it, or your son or your daughter, if you're not internet savvy, go down to the local library and look up that coin and see what it's actually selling for from other dealers and even on eBay.
Yeah, eBay.
Heritage coin auctions. Just look it up, look at the sold auctions. That way you know what it's actually selling for, so that you don't overpay for coins. Now there's so many things that you can avoid in collecting. And I hope this helps some of you open your eyes to some things. Maybe you can teach someone in your family. Maybe you can share this with them. Let them watch this video off your phone or whatever it might take. But please share it. I appreciate you watching it. And please comment.
Oh my God, it's
I like to hear everybody's comments on it. Also, click the little bell beside the subscribe button. And have a great day. How does a dealer price your coins so they can make an offer to buy them? Or even to give you a value or an idea what they're worth. Like a little appraisal. It's not always about.
I think they just
guess.
guess.
Sometimes it's just a couple coins or just one coin.
You go on feeling.
And I get this a lot. Now, I know there's going to be some people.
I would like very much to have a coin shop. I want a brick and mortar coin shop. But what do you do? I think I need to save a lot of money. and buy coins, like buy collections from people. But how do you do that? So you gotta advertise, I think. I don't know. And then figure out wholesale. I guess Blue Book. Offer people that. That's probably it. I don't know what's the gray book. Does anybody know? Here, let's look it up. I do have a few left. Coin gray sheet. That's it. What is it? Graysheet.com. Let's take a look. I've heard that people use this. So let's go to quarters. Let's do America the Beautiful. I didn't want to do proofs though. Let's go to the West Points in here. P and D. Here's your West Point. Value range is $8.10 to $27. I have to subscribe for full pricing. Collector. Whole shit. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing this right now. I just want to... I don't really want to get into this. I was just curious what this is. That might be a really good idea. Okay. That's cool. I just wondered what that was.
People that's going to comment.
I've heard of it discussed.
Dealers rip you off. I went into a dealer, I had a Morgan Dollar, or I had a roll of Franklin Halves, and they tried to lowball me. They were 50% back in mail or whatever.
That's what dealers have to do.
I'm sure that's probably happened. I'm not saying it didn't. I can't speak for other dealers overall. I can speak for some other dealers only because I've watched them in action. I've sold coins to them. So I can speak for some, and I have a pretty good sample of dealers. But I'm speaking mostly from my perspective and how I do things here at the shop. This is how I'm going to price your coins. Now, what I get a lot of, and I get this constantly, and it's actually getting worse, is people walking into the shop with a common date pocket change coin, or maybe a coin that it could be close to 80 years old, maybe a Jefferson nickel or a wheat cent, that they looked up online, and online it showed an ad, mostly Etsy ads, that the coin was worth $1,000, $20,000. I get that a lot. And the only thing I can do is pull up eBay sold auctions and actually show them how much that coin sold for.
Right.
You know, sometimes I get disbelief, sometimes I get hung up on the phone. People just don't want to hear the truth sometimes, or they think I'm trying to pull the wool over their eyes. One of the things to know, especially about me, I want you to have a rare coin.
Oh.
I want to buy that coin, or I want to send it off for auction. There is no way I'm going to tell you your coin is not worth anything, or it's junk, or it's fake if it wasn't. That smacks reason in the face, because I'm not going to say, oh, your coin's only worth a couple cents. I'll buy it from you for a couple cents, and then take it in the back and act like I'm Mr. Scrooge or whatever.
I was going to
That's
say
not how
Dr.
it
Evil.
works.
I don't know why.
One thing about going to a dealer, you're going to get paid as well as you are able to haggle. There are so many people that walk in the shop, and a dealer's going to pay a certain amount for, let's say, a peace dollar, for instance. Let's say it's $15 for a common date circulated junk peace dollar, okay? Well, if you come in the shop with a few rolls or just a handful or whatever, and you're like, look, man, I saw them online selling them for like 18 bucks. He'll probably pay you 16. Haggling is part of the business too. So you need to know when you go into a dealer's coin shop, coin values. It's good to know a little bit of something, but don't use Google search. Go to a price guide, go to eBay sold auctions, Heritage sold auctions. If you have graded coins, Heritage
eBay
and
sold
Stacks
is
are really
pretty
good for
good.
graded coins. Buy it now auctions that have ended at eBay can also be pretty accurate as well. They're also the PCGS and NGC samples those as well. but they're just as valid.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is this. So someone comes to my shop,
Maybe not as up to date on the PCGS.
and here is pretty much what it looks like here in the front of the shop. When someone's standing at our counter and we're doing an appraisal or just telling them what their coins are worth,
Let's
they
go
can
West
actually
Point.
look
Come
over
on.
here at a large screen. And we have eBay sold auctions up right now. We have Heritage open up in the tab. We have PCGS coin values open up in the tab. We even have
He's an Apple guy. Come on.
NGC as well as Coinflation so that they can see what melt is. And that's how we do it when someone's standing here. Complete transparency.
I gotta
on
go
our
to
part
bed.
as
It's
far as values are
9:42.
concerned. You know what I see mostly here, we get a lot
This
of
is crazy.
making sense. And this is our carded coins
God, they look
that we have
huge.
up front. And all of our carded coins are actually priced. So when someone walks in, they can see what we're actually selling them for. Now they can hold their coin up to our coin and say, yeah, it looks the same grade. You're charging $5 for it. How much are you going to pay me? Okay. I'm going to tell them $2 or $3.
Yep.
Probably
$2.
try to get it for 2.5 or whatever, but you're trying to buy more than just one. But that's pretty much how it works. A carded coin, raw coins,
Yeah.
you know, the $5 on there is, these are negotiable prices. I mean, you can come to me in a coin show and ask anybody that's bought off me at a coin show or out of my coin shop that knows me. They know that we do haggle. We come back off the price a little bit. So what we have
10%,
marked on there is not
20%.
always what we're selling it for. Most of the time, it's not what we're selling it for. What we do is we take, like, gray sheet. I
Gray
typically
sheet.
grade the coin myself, as long as it's not it's problem free. And then I'll put a price maybe 10, 15% above the gray sheet. And then I'll haggle a little bit. But we have a tax implications here, so 7% of that has to go to the state. So what I do, I pretty much add that into the value as well. So I don't haggle as much as I used to. Like, instead of taking $5 off, I'll take $2.50 off or just a couple of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on what it is. I mean, obviously some of my Lincoln cents aren't worth $5. So I get those coming in the shop a lot. I take gray sheet and pretty much if it's a decent year, like a 10S or 09S or something like that, which I pay a percentage of what I feel the grade is based off the gray sheet. I start off with G4. Most coins that come in the shop are AG or damaged. They're not even on the gray sheet. So a dealer has to go with his gut, based off of experience and prior sales and buys that he's done, or they've done. So that's how you do it. Most coins just can't be
Getting
valued
there.
based off of a price guide. They're not graded,
Oh, wait a
they're
minute.
not problem free, and they're not even G4, which is where it starts. Now, some of the large cents start AG3. Some of the rare coins might be AG3 and gray sheet. The common stuff is hardly
Thought I
any
saw a
value.
double die on
You
that
know, I see a
one.
lot of cents. Sometimes if it's common
Almost down to a handful, folks.
But
This
if it gets up to
plus this.
like the teens,
That's it,
some
the
of
boxes.
Other years, we're 4 cents, 5 cents.
Let's
and
go.
It just goes up from there. Someone brings
Tired.
in a piece of tape. They bring in a 14B. I'm gonna try to pay them, and it just depends on what grade it is. I'm gonna try to be in the $70, $80 range because I know that probably I'll get 100 out of it, maybe 105.
You can call it a hundo.
Like I said, the lowest grade G. Then you get a lot of Mercury dimes and Roosevelt dimes. They come in the shop, Buffalo nickels, Liberty nickels, and most of the Buffalo nickels like a no date. How do you price a no date? I mean, I just do double face 10 cents because you can't really price a Buffalo nickel without a date because you don't know what date it is. It might have
Unless
a
it's a
mint mark on
double
the back.
die.
You know, it still doesn't matter. I mean, obviously you can tell it's a 1913 if it's on a mound. And if it's on a mound and has a mint mark, then you know it's a little better. You can go by that. But the rest of them, if they're all type 2s on the flat plane, you just really can't price it. A lot of people just buy them because they want to nickel date them and try to find a decent date.
I heard that doesn't
Most
work.
in the shop, like I said, are the lowest of the lowest, and they're damaged. Liberty nickels is another thing. A lot of those come in the shop, and you can't pay a whole lot for those either because I can get rolls of them for 20, 30 bucks, card them up, and try to sell them for 75 cents or $1, $1.50 a piece. Pre-1900 is worth a little bit more, but there are some dates that are worth more, like the 85 and 86. So then I go to gray sheet. Problem there is that most of the 85s and 86s that I see are
Alright, guys. Sorry this is so boring.
Or PO1, and I mean some of them are really
I'm pretty
slick.
tired.
So
At least
how do
I'm
you
not
price
falling
it?
asleep.
You gotta go to eBay and see what the roll
Right in the middle.
If somebody contests, if I make an offer on it and I say I'll pay you 60 bucks or 80 bucks for your PO1 85, you get on eBay and see if they're selling for 100. So you're trying to be in that 80% range on a key date for me. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit more. like I said, negotiating skills matter. Now,
After I
Mercury
finish
dimes is
America the
another thing.
Beautiful
Like I told you, they
set,
can be top too.
I'm definitely gonna jump over to, I think, Indian head scents. Maybe Mercury dimes, something like he's showing right now. I don't know. I do like silver. So it would be nice to get a complete set of Mercury dimes. This one has a break on the wing, just about to be a big die break left on it, deposited. You can see it. This one had a couple more to go. Like, that die was almost worn and almost broken. So close.
So what we do there, really, I mean, if someone $1 and up, and it depends on how slick it is, some dealers weigh them, and they'll pay you based off the silver weight, maybe a little bit more. Mercury dimes, I can often sell for over $1 if they're decent and they're in the teens. So I come over here and I show them. I say, look, you know, here's the silver. Here's what a dime's melt is. $1.28. Now, if it's a Mercury dime and they're decent, I'll pay above melt for the Mercury dimes. Not a whole lot, because you got to think, if I sell a roll of them, I'm gonna have to pay some taxes on that roll. So that's 7%. So I have to be careful.
Forget about the
Here's
tax part.
Roosevelt dimes. Now, Roosevelt dimes, you can hardly sell them for melt, and to take them to the refinery, you have to be less than melt. So I've got to be less than melt on the Roosevelt dime. And it just keeps going down here. Same thing with Kennedy half. You know, basically you try to be at $5.50 if you can get it for that much. If they're really split, $5. Same thing with Franklin's. But see, sometimes Franklin's you can pay the $6 close to melt for. You say it's like on the Kennedy halves. I mean, if it's over 18, you can pay $5.50, but if it's under 18, you want to be in the $5 range. You got to be very careful about how you pay for something.
I appreciate all this information.
Nobody comes in the shop
Daniel.
wanting Kennedy halves. They just don't want them.
Thank you.
People ask me, do you got 90% constitutional? What do they want? They want Walking Liberties and Mercury dimes. They don't want Roosevelt dimes, quarters, or Kennedy halves. Not saying it's 100%.
Why though?
97%.
He's right.
That's what I get. Walking Liberty $half. You can get by with sometimes paying the melt for them, but
Tray's
like I
getting
said,
dirty.
we're not talking about key dates on those.
Tell you that
If
much.
there's key dates or better dates that are uncirculated, things like that, I always pay more for that stuff. I always pay as well as I can. I mean, I looked at what they sell for. If you bring in a 1944, it's BU, and it's a Philadelphia mint without a mint mark on it, which is normal.
So close.
I will pay a decent price for it. You know, but I mean, I won't pay
Almost
as much
done.
for a 36S or something like that.
Eric's
Like I
gotta
said,
go
I
to
base
bed.
each one of them off
He's
base
very
mint, and it's
tired.
like great. I know a lot of dealers will do that.
He's
too.
gonna be grumpy in the
Especially
morning.
if you are good at hacking,
Nope.
if you go in their shop and you're like,
That's a
you know, I
double
saw this online,
die.
and I saw it selling for this much.
Oh,
More than half I
verse.
bought it for this much. You know, so dealers take that into account. So I know a lot of people think, well, why wouldn't dealers just pay everybody the same price? Well, they try to.
Quite a few of those
But
now.
if you come in and you're like,
The
"Man, I need
North
a little bit more than that,"
Kakalaki.
they're going to pay you a little bit more. I mean, that's just the way
I
the
think
dealer
these
is.
were
Now, there's some
searched,
dealers that
man.
might flat out say, no, I've got too much of this already.
They're
I've got
marked.
$1,000 bags of Mercury dimes or Roosevelt dimes, and this is what
Good
I'm looking
days.
for. I'm sorry. And sometimes you get stuff in like Franklin mint stuff. You get in clad proof sets. And you get in all kinds of common commemoratives and things like that. And you just have to go by the gray sheet if you can. You try to come off the gray sheet so much. Some dealers, man, I mean, I know that on clad proof sets, the common ones, they're sometimes 50% back a bid on them, especially if you bring in a big old giant box. Sometimes it's better if you bring in a box that is once a week to a dealer. It actually spreads it out. A lot of times, if you go into a coin shop with all your boxes, they've got to take all this. I mean, they're in a rush because they're probably already busy. And then you got all these coins here, and they want those coins, but they tend to pay a little bit less because they've got to have the cash. You know, and sometimes, you know, that's also not always an issue saying at a coin shop. But I'm just saying there's times whenever you
Good
bring in a
point.
bunch of stuff and they're thinking, okay, who else is going to bring something in today? What else am I going to have to buy? You know, there's all these considerations. If you're bringing in one box a week,
That's a good point.
you know, it kind of spreads it out, tends to look at the stuff a little more critically, maybe, and value it a little bit better. Because if you've got 5 boxes of commemorations, they're going to say, oh, these duplicates, you know, and they're like, man, I got to get rid of these. It's going to take a lot of work. You're going to pay a little bit less. If you just
All right,
bring,
guys,
say,
just a
box
few
at
left.
time and bring one of each and do that and spread it out. Sometimes that's a little bit better.
4
Sometimes
left.
it's a little better outlet. Now, I'm not trying to make rules here. Not all dealers
3.
do this. Okay, I'm trying to go from the mindset of some times whenever I had huge
Yeah,
collections
it's got a
in
little
the shop
die
and
chip
stuff
on
that
it.
you're trying to go
Keeping
through
it
all, and you're
since
like, man, I've got 10
2.
Lincoln 2009 commemorative
And last one in the box.
Olympic commemorative. Just as examples here.
Damn.
You're like, man, I had somebody
All
bring
right.
30 of the 2001 Buffalo. I
Set.
did as good as I could on it. But you've got to be able to sell
Box
them.
is
You've got a
gone
bunch of
through.
doubles. It's not as easy to sell. Another thing is,
So what I might
dealer also
do.
prices based off.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Daniel. That was great. What I think I'm gonna do is go through tomorrow morning. Boy, I have a lot of stuff in here to go through, honestly. I just may go through some more of my quarters. Oh, and see what else I can get rid of. And then, yeah. We're getting there. We're paring it down. So that's a really good thing. So thank you so much for hanging out. You guys have a great night. Much appreciated. I just really enjoy hanging out and learning. And hopefully that's what happened tonight.